Hey there, I'm Light, and welcome to the first episode of a series I'm starting called Block by Block. Each episode I'm going to be deep diving into a set of blocks or a family of blocks to help give you build ideas and personally help me get more familiar with each block. Starting off for this series, we're going to be looking at Acacia Woods. I've never personally been the biggest fan of the Acacia family, and I know a lot of others aren't, but I'm going to use this personally to help make me more familiar. Starting off with block palettes though, I personally think the best thing you can do for the woods and the logs are to try to contrast them with, deep slate, tough, whatever others like flat, gray, concrete, stone. I think these are the best things you can do for it. Compared to like, if you try to have bright color with bright color, that's not really going to work. But if you use these with flat colors, if you look at my Shellcraft Season 4 series, I use Acacia and Copper for my starter base, and I use Deep Slate and Tough primarily to complement. Like, I think Deep Slate tiles are some of the best looking blocks in the game, and these two together especially look so good. Stripped Acacia is like the best block in the Acacia family. As for the logs, I think any warm color works well with the logs, because, it's a flat gray color. Normally it'd have orange on top, but you have red, orange, yellow. Like, I know Minecraft villages, you can see up there, that's got it. That's got it. Obviously these aren't great examples, but they're good at showing like palettes you can use. And some of these are, I think there's more you could do to experiment, but I think as a baseline, this group of blocks is the best thing you can do. If it's your first time trying to work with Acacia and you're trying to get out of your comfort zone. And, let's go into time lapses for a few examples. First off, if you would like any of these buildings to have a full tutorial later on, please let me know in the comment section, because I'm always willing to go ahead, take some time out to go ahead and do that. But as for the first building, you can see what I mean here, and I've got the logs as a flat colored block, the deep slate up here, I've got the stripped as a highlight. This isn't the greatest looking building in the world, and it's very simple, but you can see like the yellow from the wheat and the dried grass that helps contrasting. Obviously that's not on the building itself. You've got all the oranges as the base, and then you've got deep slate. Like, if it's your first time going into a savanna, obviously you don't just want to go build with, strip the log so it's orange on orange and then make an orange roof. I think this is pretty good for what you can do for the first time. It's simple, and I think it gives a good example of what to do. One thing I was considering doing was taking this out and switching the stripped up here to be terracotta, and I do think that actually yeah, that does look really good actually. Maybe change this out if I were to do that, but yeah, that does look pretty good. If you wanted to incorporate terracotta into it like that, I think that's a pretty good way you can do it, since it's about a half block up there. Yeah, on to the next building. So for the second building and final for today's episode, I don't have much to show for it. This is a recolor of a boat I made roughly 4 years ago in an old Shellcraft season. And I think this is a good way you can incorporate the tough into it, because tough and acacia logs aren't just gray. If you take concrete in comparison, these are just flat grays, oops. These are just flat grays, but this is slightly warmer and this is like greener. So in a way they do work really well together as flat colors. Like they're not one-to-one, but I think they work pretty well. Add them on with, the bright oranges, the cooler from the stripped. I think this works pretty well. Maybe there's a couple things you could change, like, hold on, let me check this out. I think, obviously this is underwater, so you're not really going to see it much, but I think that does work as a decent way you could contrast it. Maybe you could swap the tuff and the acacia on the front in the room. But yeah, that's it for this build. I don't have much. Maybe you could, like... There's a couple ways you can incorporate yellows into it, like if you wanted to do bamboo here, and have, like, I don't know, carpet up here to look like a proper, mast, I think it's called? Yeah? I'm forgetting my ship terminology. The big, like, carpet that's on the front, you know? Yeah. That's going to be it for the first episode of Block by Block. This is a long-term series I want to start doing, and if there's any other block you're interested in me doing a full family of, and trying to make palettes like this, I'm all for it. Obviously, Acacia is a little limiting because it's a brightly colored block, but, you know, other things, I'm fully willing to go deep dive, show, like, as many color palettes as I can, show more buildings. You've got this over here. You've got the other one back there. I'm willing to make way more, but Acacia is something I'm not comfortable with, and that's why I did this. But yeah, thank you for watching. I appreciate watching all the way through if you got to this point. I'd appreciate if you could, you know, check out a couple more of my things. But yeah, I've been Light. I'm still Light. I can't come up with a funny outro.